Hello students, welcome to Siddhapur Mathematics Academy. So in the today's class I will give one more derivation, that is the distance between two parallel lines. When you heard the word parallel, what you are getting in your mind? The slopes are equal, correct? So that means with the help of that basic, if you want to write two parallel lines, how we will write? Here we know that parallel lines have equal slopes. Therefore, two parallel lines are written as y is equal to mx plus c1. Their intercept is different. This is equation 1. And y is equal to mx plus c2. See, their y intercept is different. If you now I am giving you one figure. These are the two parallel lines. How you come to know they are a parallel? Because they have the same slopes. If the slopes are equal, then the lines are said to be parallel. See here, this is y axis, this is x axis. X axis, y axis, this is x dash, this is y dash origin. This is the line y is equal to mx plus c1. Now this is the line y is equal to mx plus c2. See, for here this is called a y-intercept. This y-intercept and this y-intercept are different. That is c1 and c2. Let us take the line 1 cuts the x-axis at A. Then now the question comes how to find the point on this. The line cuts the y-axis at a point A. On y-axis, sorry, x-axis at a point A. Any point on x-axis means y value is 0. In this, if you write y is equal to 0, what happens? 0 is equal to mx plus c1. That means c1 x is equal to minus m upon c1. So this point is what? This point is, it is on x-axis. So it is minus m upon c1 comma 0. And draw the perpendicular. See, this is perpendicular to this line. This is a perpendicular distance. That means distance between two lines is nothing but if you find the perpendicular distance from A to the second line or from this to this one. But here we calculated the point. So the perpendicular distance between, the distance between two parallel lines is equal to perpendicular distance between a point on any one line to another. That is, we have to find the perpendicular distance here. So this is the line 1 and line 2. See, they have the same slopes or what? Yes, they have the same slopes m. Next, the line 1 will cut the x-axis at the point. Line 1 cuts the or intercepts the x-axis at A minus m upon c1 comma 0, because that I explained how we got that point as shown in the figure. Now you know that we have to find the distance between the parallel lines. Distance between the parallel lines is equal to perpendicular distance. Right on the distance between parallel lines is equal to perpendicular distance is equal to the length of the perpendicular from the point A these calculations I explain you, point A to the line 2, therefore that means apply the perpendicular distance formula. Perpendicular distance formula already you are familiar. See, if the point is x1 y1 and the line is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, perpendicular distance is ax1 plus by1 plus c upon root of a square plus b square. In the last class I explained this. Now we are applying a perpendicular distance formula. Therefore, distance between the lines between the lines 1 and 2 is, see, the point A is on line 1 and we have to find the point A to the line 2. Line 2 is what? Y is equal to mx plus c2. This we have to write in the general form. General form is ax plus by plus c. That means all the variables on one side. So this is mx minus y plus c2 is equal to 0. In this equation we have to write this point. That means x and y are replacing by these points. Modulus of m. X is replacing by minus m upon c1. Y is replacing by 0 plus c2 divided by, it is minus c1 upon m, sorry, it is minus c1 upon m. C1 upon, make the correction, it is C1 upon m. I did the mistake here. Y is equal to mx plus C1 means we are writing x value as a, sorry, y, here we are writing y as a 0 is equal to mx plus C1 implies x is equal to minus C1 by m. I did the correction, please make the correction of that. It is minus C1 upon m root of a square plus b square. A is coefficient of x. Coefficient of x is m square. And b square is coefficient of y. Minus 1 square is plus 1. So this is the perpendicular distance between the point and the line. Please make the correction. The point is minus c1 by m. Here m and m get cancels. So this is nothing but C2 minus C1 upon root of m square plus 1. C2 minus C1, they are the constants. Suppose this is the line. The lines are in this form. Suppose the lines are in general form. If the lines are in general form, that is a1x, ax, that is ax plus by plus c1 is equal to 0 and two parallel lines ax plus by plus c2 is equal to 0. See, again here also we have one more hint. Their coefficients x and y coefficients are same, only their constants are different. If the constants are different and they have the same coefficients means they are the parallel lines. Then the distance is given by distance between them, parallel side. These are the parallel lines. Distance between them is given by d is equal to modulus of c1 minus c2 upon root of both x coefficients are same and y coefficients are same, that is root of a square plus b square. That means this is very important. Distance between the two parallel lines ax plus by plus c1 ax plus by plus c2 is equal to 0. How you know that they are the parallel? Because their x and y coefficients are same. If you write the slope, their slopes are equal. So, and that time the distance between the parallel lines is c1 minus c2, difference between the constants divided by root of a square plus b square. A is a coefficient of x and b is a coefficient of y. Now I am giving you one example related with this. Find the distance between the parallel lines three x minus 4y plus 7 is equal to 0 and 3x minus 4y plus 5 is equal to 0. See, observe that their x and y coefficients are same, only they are differing by the constants. So, the distance d is c1 minus c2 upon root of a square plus b square. Here, what are the a? A is x coefficient, b is y coefficient. Here a is equal to 3, b is equal to minus 4, c1 is 7, c2 is 5. Distance between parallel lines is equal to modulus of c1 minus c2 upon root of a square plus b square, that is 7 minus 5 upon root of 3 square plus minus 4 square. 7 minus 5 is 2 upon root of 9 plus 16. Square root of 9 plus 16 is 25. Root 25 is 2. It is 2 by 5. See, is it simple or what? Now I am giving you the examples in the exercise. In that exercise, we will mix the distance formula, distance between two parallel lines, perpendicular distance formula, and we are converting the standard forms, that is in the form of slope intercept or intercept form of a straight line. So now we are moving to the exercise. So moving to the next questions, that is exercise 10.3. Here, reduce the following equations into slope intercept form. Have you remembered what is the slope intercept form? Yes, y is equal to mx plus c. This is a slope intercept form. Y is present on the left side, m and the remaining terms are present on the right side. M is the slope and c is the y intercept. Have you remembered that figure? Yes. This is y axis, this is x axis, and when you draw the line, where the line cuts the y-axis, that is called y-intercept, that is C, and how much it bends, that is the slope. You are familiar. Now the first equation, first problem, x plus 7y is equal to 0. We have to convert this in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. Keep y on left side, the remaining terms on right side. It is y is equal to minus 1 by 7x. There is no c. So for our convenient I am writing this as a 0. Now this is in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. So what is the slope then? Slope m is equal to minus 1 by 7. Y intercept c is equal to 0. Moving to the second problem. Second one, 6x plus 3y minus 5 is equal to 0. So keep y on left side, the remaining terms on right side. Plus 6x become minus 6x, minus 5 become plus 5. Take 3 on that side. That is, each term is divided by 3. If any cancellation, go for that cancellation. It is in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. Now tell me what is the slope. Slope is minus 2 and y-intercept is c by 3. Slope m is minus 2. Y-intercept is equal to 5 upon 3. Now third example I will give as a homework. Third one, 5x plus 2y plus 8 is equal to 0. This is the homework question. Fourth one, y is equal to 0. See, y is already on left side. This is written as y is equal to 0 into x plus 0. It is in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. Compare these two. Slope m is equal to 0 and y-intercept c is also 0. Or if y is equal to 0, then it is x-axis. Understood? So moving to the second, this is the first main question in 10.3. Now moving to the second main question. Moving to the next question, that is question number 2. Reduce the following equations into intercepts form and find their intercepts on the axis. See, intercept form means we are remembering the formula x upon a plus y upon b is equal to 1. That means what you are observing? We are observing that x and y are present on the left side and 1 is present on the right side. Moving to the question. First question, that is 3x plus 2y minus 12 is equal to 0. Here we have to take 12 on right side because without x and y is on right side. Now divide each term by 12 because we want 12, instead of 12 we want 1 on the right side. To get 1 we are dividing whatever the number is present by that number. And to balance the equation we are dividing it by each term. If cancellation is there, go for that cancellation. Now it is x by 4 plus y by 6 is equal to 1. See, it is in the form of x upon a plus y upon b is equal to 1. Now tell me then what is the x-intercept? X-intercept is 4 and y-intercept is 6. Moving to the next question, that is question number 2. (4x minus 3y is equal to 6). See, instead of 6 we want 1. To get 1, divide each term by 6. That is 4x upon 6 minus 3y upon 6 is equal to 6 upon 6. Here cancellation, and what you are observing? We are observing only x is present in the numerator. So x, taking 2 in the denominator, it is 3 by 2 and middle we require a plus. So it is written as y upon minus 2 is equal to 1. Plus into minus is minus. Now it is in the form of x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. Now tell me what is x-intercept? So x-intercept is 3 by 2. See here. It is x upon 3 by 2 plus y upon minus 2. Then what is y-intercept? Y-intercept is minus 2. Because when you compare this with the standard form. Moving to the next one, the third one I will give you as a homework. (5x plus 4y is equal to 20. This question is a homework question, fourth one. 3y plus 2 is equal to 0. See, we required x and y on the left side, intercept form. So here first I will write 3y is equal to minus 2. In the next step, 0 into x plus 3 into y is equal to minus 2. So now in the right side, instead of minus 2 we required 1. Divide each term by minus 2. So 0 into x upon minus 2 plus 3 into y upon minus 2 is equal to minus 2 upon minus 2. Here they get cancels, and 0 upon anything is 0. So it is 0 plus y upon minus 2 by 3 is equal to 1. 0 into x. Now it is in the form of x upon a plus y upon b is equal to 1. So what is x intercept then? X intercept is 0, y intercept is minus 2 by 3. X intercept is 0, y intercept is minus 2 by 3. So in the next class I will continue with the exercise 10.3. In that we have to write it in the normal form.